Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me in the Golf R, and again, as the title suggests, a video about what it's like sort of daily driving a Golf R basically. You know, what's it been like doing this every single day in this car. You know, I've had it nearly a year now. I've done over 10,000 miles in the car. It's my only car. I've used it going to work, I've used it for sort of short drives, long drives, motorway drives, fun drives, everything really. It's been sort of my car. And what's it like having this car doing that? Yeah, and what information I can kind of give to you guys on it. So, I mean, yeah, I'll get straight into it. So obviously, Golf R, it's a 300 brake horsepower four-wheel drive car, so it's a pretty special car. As a daily, it's been really good. It's been interesting, kind of getting used to this compared to what I had before, my Ford Fiesta ST for sort of 4 years. But in short, it's been fantastic. It is a car that really can do everything, and that this sort of Monday to Friday grind, where you're stuck in traffic or you know, you're going slow speeds, it's fantastic. And as other reviews have kind of said as well, it has sort of two sides to the car, and on a hot sunny day, it's pretty much a blast of a car to drive around a B road. It's so much fun. I suppose, as you can hear there, it's quite a refined, quiet car, which, to be honest, it's quite nice to have that. So after, you know, it's been like a long day at work or whatever, yeah, a bit of stress-free, quiet driving. You know, I've been stuck in some long traffic jams in this, a few times heading back home, and you know, you're just stuck for sort of hours on end on the motorway or whatever, and it never really gets too tiring. You know, the car doesn't particularly rattle around, it rides really well. You know, I've never driven a Golf R with DSG, and I've never driven a Golf R with adaptive dampers, but for those who want to know what it's like without, which is what I've got, a manual gearbox, just passive dampers, it's fine. And it's hard enough to kind of tell you can kind of feel the car, you can kind of feel the road, you can kind of feel where the tyres are, and I always like that in a car, particularly when you're sort of placing it. You can be quite precise in this. It doesn't really get flustered, it can sort of take on everything. Again, the whole kind of package of a Golf R, you know, when I got the car I wanted something that was tick the box of being exciting and fun, which, you know, it sounds great. It's got subtle crackles and pops when you stick it in like race mode, and to get the balance right is quite important because you can kind of overdo it sometimes with an exhaust. But this one is nice, you know, you can always have it in loud mode all the time and it would never really upset anyone, and it will put a smile on your face. Alternatively, you can stick it in eco or normal and it's so quiet. And I've mentioned it before, but you can have conversations with your friends, your family in here, and you don't have to raise your voice. You know, you can probably, hopefully, hear me quite well now on camera, and that can't be said against potentially the Fiesta that I had before, and other sort of manufacturers. So the quality and premiumness of this is really good. Yeah, my car's in limestone grey. It's quite subtle. If it wasn't for the 4 exhausts, I don't think you could tell this apart from any other Golf. And I think that's quite a good thing. You know, you want a car to be under the radar, this is definitely it. And at the same time, it's anything up but a normal car. Ultimately for me, it ticks all the boxes for kind of like a daily. You know, I can't think of a car at this kind of price point which does so many different things. You know, can you find a car that will do sort of 40 miles per gallon that can go to 0 to 60 in sort of 5 seconds, has 4-wheel drive, weighs a bit, you know, it's nearly 1.5 tons, and is sort of, well, for mine, sort of around sort of £24,000 for nearly a new Golf R. All of that combined, it's kind of, you know, they hold their value really well, really well. They're quite sought after, and it kind of opens up to more of a wide variety of people. I mentioned before, you know, if I was to have a car just for the weekend, say if I was getting the train into London or something like that, my Monday to Friday, I wouldn't, and I just wanted a car for the weekend, I mean, I probably wouldn't go for a Golf R personally. I'd probably look at something like a Focus RS. But as that daily sort of all-rounder and then sort of 99% a weekend car, this is just, you know, miles better. It's such an unbelievable daily. And, you know, people talk about you can have sort of 2-3 car garage, and I kind of think about that. You know, why have that? Why not have one car? Why not have this car? You know, you could save yourself the money on having a second car, having a diesel, having whatever, and just have a Golf R. And, you know, it's going to be economical enough. Okay, if you're doing mega miles, then maybe. But, you know, I've done 10,000 miles in 11 months, so, you know, it hasn't, fuel is expensive unfortunately in the UK, but this car certainly hasn't like embarrassed itself on, like, you know, miles per gallon figures, particularly for what it is as well. So as a daily, I just couldn't recommend it more. And, you know, I'm interested to see how people kind of find their Golf R, if they use it as their daily, you know, if they use it as kind of like a weekend little toy or something like that, and what their experiences of it. But, you know, it's only positive for me on the Golf R. I've done so many videos on this car, and there's not one part of it which isn't really well thought out. I love the steering wheel. As a daily, to have something that you hold which feels as premium as this is brilliant. And I do talk about the price point because, you know, there's just nothing else out there, not for like unsensible money that can do all these kind of things that you would want. Certainly if you're sort of like a car enthusiast, this is a brilliant car to have. And if you're not, but you like maybe a little bit of fun, this will do it. And that's just really cool. As the parking sensors go, it's really well equipped. Nothing's gone wrong with it. I took it for a service. I've got a video on the service. It was reasonably priced. They were really nice. It sets me up for another year of kind of happy motoring, I suppose. Yeah, it ticks the boxes for me on everything in terms of being economical. You know, it works fine on my commute. It's fun on the weekends. It's a special car. You know, I've got a couple of weeks of fun kind of type road trippy type events. You know, Goodwood Festival Speed. I've got Formula 1 in Silverstone. That's always pretty brilliant. And the Golf R will certainly be great for that as well. And it doesn't look out of place as a Porsche goes flying past. It's a really composed car, really composed, and it, you know, I can still, like, go around this corner. It just never really, it's never out of its comfort zone. It finds everything really easy. Which I suppose can go in two ways. I mean, certainly I go back to my Fiesta, and, you know, it was a lighter car. It was certainly a little bit more difficult in some ways to control, being front wheel drive. But with this, you're just sort of like, it's so relaxing, and I cannot believe the level of stuff it's capable of. And I know why they're so popular, because they really are good. And if you ask yourself, what is the perfect daily car that I can have for my commutes? Okay, if you live 30 seconds down the road and you can walk to work, I would still push towards maybe something a bit more exciting. If you're looking for something around this kind of price bracket and, you know, 4-wheel drive, 300 odd brake horsepower, I'd still personally go for something that I've driven before, which is the Focus RS. That's just my opinion. Manual gearbox is a bit more fun as well. Over its rival, sort of the A45, the RS3, all those kind of bits. That's fine, but if you want to have a car that you just say, listen, I want a car which will do everything for me, just get this car. don't stress yourself about anything else, you know. Get a car which has this car, it doesn't look out of place on kind of anyone's driveway personally. You know, whether you're fortunate enough to have a very nice house or not. It's a really classy car, and a car I can, you know, thoroughly from all my videos and from now recommend. It makes a great noise, puts a smile on your face. It's got great looking alloys. It's comfortable, yet adjustable. And I'm about to go to Sainsbury's to do some shopping, and it will do that fine as well. Okay, the boots, it's big enough for me basically, but you do lose a little bit of boot space, I suppose, just from the four-wheel drive system, but it's minimal. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say really, but I think I'll kind of wrap it up there. But I can only recommend this car as having it as a daily, and I can only recommend it massively to say just have the one car, have this Golf R, do everything in it, put a ton of miles on it and enjoy it. You know, it does frustrate me when I see other, you know, I see it around my village and town or whatever, and you've got like a brand new Golf GTI or a brand new Golf R, and they're just sitting there day after day, Monday to Friday, and even on the weekend they're just sitting there, and I'm like, you bought the car, drive it, you know, drive it and enjoy it. And that's all I would strongly recommend for a car like this. Enjoy it, because it's a great car, whether it's a daily or a weekend car, it's great. But I'll wrap it up there. You know, thanks again for the subscribers and the views. I'm on about 300 subscribers, over 100,000 views now on all my videos, which is cool. So massive thanks for that. And again, drop a comment on any questions or any thoughts on my Golf R, and be sure to subscribe for more content. And yeah, and give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Just a little bit around what's this car like as a daily. And the answer is, it's unbelievable. Right. Thanks very much for watching. As I go over, okay, here's an example. Daily bumps. So look at this bump. Pretty solid, but no problems. Thanks very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you again next time. Cheers, guys.